So the month of May is here already, which means it is once again time for yet another edition of the top Android apps. So let's get straight into it. So there is a plethora of decent wallpaper applications available on the Google Play Store, but I've started to find that most require lots of sifting through to actually find a background that works for any given setup. That's where Wonderwall comes in. In and of itself, it's a really well-designed wallpaper application, but the kicker for me as to why it's so good is that each wallpaper has been handpicked to be included in its feed, which means I've personally found it to be quite quick and easy to find a large handful of wallpapers that I really like. Each wallpaper is a landscape-related image, so keep that in mind, but they're all super high quality and look phenomenal. The app also gets updated daily with new wallpapers, so if you're someone who loves to regularly change your wallpaper up, then this app has you covered. But like I said, it's a really nice wallpaper application and one that I highly recommend. No doubt all of us use a weather application of some sort on our smartphone devices, and even though there are some amazing ones to download on the Google Play Store, I've always just preferred the look and feel of the Google Weather application. The issue with this though is that it's only ever been able to be triggered via a Google search or via a shortcut or widget that directly links to the Google Weather feed. So enter Frog Weather Shortcut. This is a standalone application that acts as a shortcut to the Google Weather feed. Why is this something worthwhile? Well, not only do you now gain access to the super clean and informative Google Weather feed via an application icon, which is ideal for when friends and family are looking for the weather app icon on our phones, but for those who use third-party widgets such as Super Widget Pro or KWGT, we can now set up these widgets to directly launch the Frog Weather application as a shortcut rather than having to input some high-tech code to get into the Google Weather page. An outrageously simple application, but a phenomenally useful one as well. It's not often that I feature web browsers in these videos because up until now there was really no competition, for me anyway, to Google Chrome. Well, that's not quite the case anymore with Opera Touch. This is a web browser brought to you from the same team who own Opera, which is a fairly well-known computer and mobile web browser application, but they've made Opera Touch a modified version designed for web browsing on the go. The key feature is the persistent fast action button. This little icon is always available on any page, and tapping on it launches the search bar and keyboard as well as the top site's homepage, and this means web browsing is very much one-handed friendly using Opera Touch. There's also a feature called Opera Flow, and this enables you to quickly connect to the desktop browser version using a QR code scanner, and once you've done this, you can easily send links, videos, and notes to yourself, and they will be displayed across each of the different devices connected. Aside from this, it's a really well-designed browser, it looks modern and fresh, unlike a lot of browsers out there, and I reckon this could really give Chrome a run for its money. If you're a photographer of any kind, then you've no doubt sifted through a heap of photography editing applications to edit your apps on the go. Some can be hit and miss, but Adobe Photoshop Lightroom is definitely one you need to add into your arsenal. So if you're interested in quick-fire editing, then there's a whole heap of one-tap presets available for you to choose from, all of which are super high quality and produce some really great and unique looking images. But if you also want to have finer control over the look of an image, then there's a heap of advanced editing tools to make adjustments and corrections as well. So you have lighting control with options to edit the exposure and contrast of an image, or even a curves tool to really dial in a specific look. And then you also have color tools, clarity and dehaze sliders, plus heaps more. All of these features are free within the app, but if you have a premium Creative Cloud account, you can also utilize features such as photo syncing across devices, selective adjustments, automatic photo tagging, plus raw photo editing support. It really is an all-in-one photo editing app without the gimmicks, so it's definitely worth checking out. I'm a big advocate for icon packs that are unique and stand out, and so showcasing the paper icon pack was really a no-brainer for me. As you can probably guess from the name, each icon within the paper icon pack has been designed to resemble a crumpled piece of torn paper, and the effect is really cool and definitely unique. Aside from the way these icons look, the app also has a really effective icon masker, and so this means that in a supported launcher such as Nova Launcher, even the unthemed icons will have that same paper effect, and this means no icon will be out of place, and it really works quite well. The app also features 40 high quality wallpapers to go with, but if you're looking for a new icon pack that's a little different from the rest, then definitely check this one out. So for every app that is fun and fairly mindless, it's always nice to stumble on one that aims to be a little more educational. Orphic is an app designed to be just that. So the app basically presents a long list of interesting words and definitions found in a variety of languages, but particularly in English, and it's designed to help open the door to having a broader vocabulary. Some words are a little more unique than others, such as troglodyte or paloodle, but if you feel the urge to find a more refined or unique way of describing something, then this app is absolutely going to help you on your way. You can save words to a favorites list for later use, you can copy and share words to incorporate them in your online communications, and you can also view example sentences to better understand the usage of each word. So all in all, this is an app that presents a range of Selkouth words designed to change your Brontide into circumlocution. Making a budget is one thing, but keeping to it and staying on top of it is a whole nother ballpark. Spendee is a really exciting app that I've started using, which is designed to help do just that. So here's how it works. You basically sync your bank accounts to the application so that all of your incomes and expenses are visible and categorized automatically. And from there, you can add all of your cash expenses manually. So car and travel costs, grocery and eating out expenses, electricity bills, and so forth. And once you've done all that, you then add a budget goal. From there, the app helps you to keep track of what you're spending and what you're earning. And this means you can easily figure out how much you will save over certain periods of time, or what expenses you need to perhaps shelve for a time in order to reach a budgetary goal. You can create several different budgets if you prefer, or just have one overall budget, but then you can also share these budgets with other users such as family members or friends, and this means multiple people can keep a track of the budget and add expenses or incomes in if they're involved as well with that particular budget. Aside from all of that, the app is just really well designed. The UI is super fluid and intuitive, and it just looks and feels very modern and clean. If you like most of the world and need help to keep a track of your budget, then Spendee is probably a good place to start. I'm a big fan of simple games that are well implemented and that have a good sound design to go with, and so Shapes is a game that very accurately fits that bill. It's a minimalistic brain teaser game that involves manipulating a series of fragmented shards in order to assemble them into larger overall shapes. Whilst the game isn't the trickiest I've played in terms of how it challenges you, there's something mesmerizing about the way it looks and the way that it sounds. It's got some really unique and well-crafted graphics, but the sound design in particular is eerily calm and relaxing, and it really sucks you in. I actually feel as though this is less of a game and more of a captivating experience, so take that for what it is, but I do recommend downloading this game, throwing some headphones on, and just losing yourself in the soundscape. So I've been getting more and more into podcasts lately, and the only thing keeping me back from listening to even more is actually finding ones that spark my interest. Subcast is not just simply a podcast player app, but it's actually more of a podcast radio, and what that means is that it's been designed to help you in discovering new and interesting podcasts and radio shows. So there's a whole heap of categories and subcategories designed to pique your interest. And so you have podcasts that are designed to stimulate your brain, a category that deconstructs the news headlines, a relaxing and soothing section, plus my personal favorites, true crime radio and radio fear. Once you've selected a category, it will then launch into any particular podcast, which you can either listen to or swipe away to skip to a different show. The app is really well designed, it's clean and functional, which makes it super easy to use. Plus, the app also learns and gets better at picking podcasts that you'd like over time and the more that you listen. If you're a podcast fan, then this app is well worth checking out. And to wrap things up today, we have Nebula Alarm Clock. And if you're someone who has a habit of hitting snooze on your alarm each morning, then I seriously think this app might just be for you. So the whole idea behind this alarm clock app is that it's designed to help you fight hitting that snooze button. And it does so by presenting to you a new challenge each morning. So the app features challenges that range from gentle, such as matching words to corresponding colourful dots, or having to complete tricky brain teasers, or you can even set the challenges to be a little more harsh, such as having to scan a QR code in your bathroom. The app can be customized and tweaked to suit small-time alarm offenders or even the most stubborn of alarm snoozers. You can choose to set alarm sounds from within the app, or you can set your own custom songs or ringtones to wake up to each morning. But whilst fighting the habit of snoozing an alarm can be hard, this app is definitely going to get you on your way. Aside from that, that is it for this video. As always, each and every app will be linked down in the notes below, so don't forget to go and check them out. If you enjoyed the video, a thumbs up is always very much appreciated, a subscribe even more so. But that is it from me. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will catch you later.